Hello. Roleplay Retcon does not own any parts of the movies we retcon, nor are we associated with the artists who make them. Also, things will get very spicy indeed, and maybe your children do not need to hear that.
The music in this episode is by Local Deluxe. You can listen to him on Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, or Amazon Music. Previously on Roleplay Retcon does Ballistic, Ecks versus Sever.
So I am Sever. I'm a hired burglar.
So I'm going to be Ecks, hired thief, a professional cat burglar.
What about if we're both trying to steal the same thing?
We're both trying to steal the orb of something. The orb of MacGuff.
The MacGuff orb.
A relatively small woman has kicked me very hard, and she's really good at kicking. You're not leaving here with that.
Just watch me.
You didn't realize the box was empty? Huh, I thought we had the same intel. I'm going to walk by this guy's table and just as inconspicuously as possible, grab this case. But I think the guy notices. You get out of here. I got this one.
No, I think you need me for this one.
Which one of us has the orb? You have the orb. Or the case, which presumably contains the orb. Okay.
Yeah, God, we hope so.
So yeah, he's chasing after you.
It's a place where I can hear you calling out to me and say that I won't be alone. Even when you're not around, you're in my memory. Now you're making it easy.
So scene 4 is hard at work. Maybe we're jumping to the point where we're like almost working together or something. Like I mean, the next scene is close, quiet, and alone.
Yeah, what could build up to close, quiet, and alone?
Wait, okay, request. Can we be in a car chase?
Yes.
Which one of us is driving?
Are you good at driving?
Wait, like in real life?
No, sorry, your character.
Well, we can say that we're both amazing at it. In Ecks versus Sever, they actually chase each other around on motorcycles a lot, which is pretty sick. But if we're in a car, then we have more opportunity to like talk and touch.
So it can be me driving because I was the one with the box and I'm ahead. Like I got a head start.
Perfect.
So I hopped into my car and then you're being chased by a bunch of dudes and then you hop into my car too.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, perfect. So yeah, that's my first move is just to say that like you hop into your cool car and start up the engine. And I'm like, wait. And I do a cool move where I jump up and slide in through the open passenger side window and sit.
She's going to stop for just a second and look at you in just like complete awe at the audacity that you just showed jumping into her car with her. But then she hears an engine rev behind her and then she just peels out.
Yeah. The cool rubber tire sounds.
Oh yeah,
obviously.
Yeah.
And I think that's when you get to hear his cute little chortle as he kind of unwillingly laughs at the silliness of this situation.
Cute.
Yeah. Okay. So we're in a car chase. We're going back and forth, and he's like, "Listen, I need to talk to you. You cannot get yourself caught up in this. If I don't deliver, we could both be dead." So yeah, I'm gonna reveal that I work for the very, very bad guys. And I'm rolling, and it's a 1.
Ooh.
Wow, we're really just gonna get them all.
So she is, she's driving. She's trying not to run into anything and also trying to get away. And she is going to, I guess, unintentionally reveal something personal by saying, what do you think is going to happen if I don't deliver? Oh, 15.
Cool. He's going to unintentionally reveal something personal. He's going to sit back, like, just have this kind of, like, moment. And he looks at you in genuine surprise and is like, I don't know, you've been such a pro. I kind of assumed you were feds.
Oh, that's nice.
Accidental
That's nice.
compliment. Okay, I'm going to roll for it. An 8. Okay, now we have 2 8s on the board. Look out. Just unintentionally reveal that he totally admires you to the max, but haha, whatever.
Let's see. I think I'm going to describe a detail in the environment. So we're in the city of the city streets of Vancouver,
Yes.
right?
Yes, I cannot emphasize enough. That was an excellent seafood restaurant.
Nice. Nice. But it's evening time, right? The dinner time, so maybe like 8 p.m. So it's not super busy, but people are out and about. The streets are probably pretty packed. But yeah, I'm gonna say one of the other cars pulls up and someone starts shooting.
And he's gonna go, listen, I'm not done talking about this. And then he's gonna like half climb out of the car, and he also has a cool action movie gun, and he's gonna shoot back. And so he's like
Nice.
kind of like shooting and then like crouching back into the car, back and forth.
She notices like how graceful this is. Like even though she's struggling to keep the car straight and to swerve around all the other cars, he is having no problem climbing up in and out of this window and stabilizing himself. And yeah, so she's gonna notice that, and she's just gonna smile a little bit. She thinks it's super cute.
Perfect turn. So he's kind of doing that, and obviously the bad guy's car is just gonna like explode or like roll off to the side. Yeah, no problem. Allowing him to sort of throw himself back into the car, and he's kind of like huffing and puffing. And he's like, so who the hell do you work for then?
Is she going to intentionally reveal something personal about herself? Yes, she is.
Ooh, all right.
And she's going to tell him that she works for one of the biggest of the bad guys. I don't know. What's a name for this guy?
Evil gang leader. Yeah.
Evil gang leader.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, she works for evil gang leader A. Axel.
Okay.
Axel.
So wait. What is more funny?
Mm-hmm.
If we work for different, like we've been, or if we work for the same guy?
Oh my God. What if we work for the same guy?
Yeah, we work for the same guy. He knew one of us was going to fail. Oh my God. Okay. So roll for the intentional reveal.
Okay. Yeah. Ooh, a 19. Oh no, that's the second 19 too.
Ooh, the threat.
Ooh, things are getting spicy now.
Okay. So he's gonna look at you in shock, and he's gonna grab your arm, kind of like almost without realizing, but he grabs your arm and he's like, Axel, you work for Axel's crew? But that's what the hell is he trying to pull? Why the hell would he put us both on this?
Oh my God.
Okay, I got an 11. Yeah, so his hand is on your arm, kind of urgently.
So it really seems like shit's going down now. There's another car close by, but she's gonna pull like a really, really cool maneuver and go into this alley, like a super sharp turn.
Nice. Drifting.
And then and stop the car abruptly. Maybe the other car kind of keeps following, like they don't notice. She turns off the lights and everything. And she's gonna say, seems like we have a lot to talk about. You wanna go back to my place?
The thing that's really nice is I'm running out of vices to mend my broken mind. The thing that's really great is I'm tired of wearing braids.
Our next scene, of course, is close, quiet, and alone. Is this an opportunity for one of us to be bandaging our or the other person's wounds?
Ooh, I love that. Yes. Who got hurt?
I don't know. I feel like it's more likely to be Ecks.
Yeah?
He seems a little more reckless, but I don't know. What do you think? Would you rather? I mean, who would we rather? Would you rather be the recipient or the provider of some sensuous medical attention?
I think maybe it puts her in a more vulnerable position to be the recipient. So we can say that when she broke the glass, like her adrenaline was pumping, so she didn't really notice. But one of the shards of glass like got into her calf above like the ankle.
Perfect, and it's at a weird angle, so she kind of can't get at it. Then we can just open on my character doing the intentional touch of kind of just like you're trying to do it yourself, right? And he's like, just sit down, I'll take care of it. And he places both hands very tenderly on your ankle, and maybe takes off your like fancy going out little black dress shoes.
Oh, nice.
Okay, I'm rolling. Oh, a 20.
Oh, nice. Yeah, this makes her feel really vulnerable and a little uncomfortable. Like, not in like a bad, uncomfortable way, but just kind of in a, I'm not used to this, I don't know how to react to this situation. And so maybe it's shaken her confidence a little bit. So while you're doing that, she's going to pour a glass of I don't know, what's whiskey.
Yeah, nice.
A glass of whiskey and hand it to you. And also like down her own.
I'll have what they're having.
Ooh, is that our unintentional touch opportunity? Do we get to touch hands while you're passing the glass?
Yes, absolutely. So when she passes the glass to you, her fingertips are going to brush against your fingertips. And then she's going to very quickly down her own whiskey.
That's great. We have this like kind of lingering surprise contact that he wasn't expecting, and so it's kind of and then you immediately are like, yep. And you just down yours. I'm like, oh, okay, right, yeah, that's where we're at.
Yes.
All right, roll for it.
Okay, I got a 13.
So he's gonna kind of put that beside him, and as he's just very carefully sort of dabbing your ankle, he says, okay, that's not as deep as I thought. So why do you think Axel's doing this?
She was watching him, but now she's going to kind of look to the side a little bit. I cannot intentionally reveal something personal, but I can say an unintentional revealing of something personal. I mean, I've been on a lot of cases with him, and I've never failed, so I can really only think of one reason why he would put someone else on this case too. Unintentionally revealing that the context here is that she thinks that he knows maybe that she's wanting to work her way up to the top, and maybe he feels threatened by that. So that's what I am unintentionally revealing. Okay, and I rolled a 12.
He's gonna nod without looking up at you. He's very focused on what he's doing. He's unwrapping a bandage, kind of slowly. Clearly, he's thinking things through. Oh, I want this to be an intentional reveal. Yes, yeah. I want him to say like, because you said like, I've never lost a job, and I want to be like, listen, I've let him down a couple times. I was surprised that he put me on this, but obviously, if he pits us against each other, either he gets rid of a threat or he gets rid of the trash. Ooh, another 4.
I think having him say this so openly really surprises her. She was deep in thought, and it kind of shakes her out of it, and she looks over at him, and she just kind of smiles, and she says, oh, you're definitely not the trash.
Oh, that's so nice. Oh my god, he can't handle that. It's been a minute since this man blushed, and he's doing a little bit of a blush, and he is concerned that you can detect that. And so he's furrowing his brow and looking down at your ankle and really busying himself with that. And he kind of gives this little, like, non-committal grunt. Like,
Cute. Oh, yeah, she likes this. She could definitely see that he's blushing. But, you know, she's trying to be a little bit of a professional still, and she's going to say, so what do we do about this?
He clears his throat, and he's done patching you up. His hand still noticeably resting on your ankle. So yeah, he kind of clears his throat and shakes himself, and he says, we can't just not do the job. Maybe there's a way for both of us to come out of this alive. The next scene is a disagreement becomes heated.
Interesting.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I have a sense of where I want this to go. You know, I'm like,
Nice.
well, why
Yeah.
doesn't he just work for her? You know, they should just take the object for themselves. Although actually that's a disagreement that could become heated.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think we would be like at odds about what to do?
Yes. Absolutely.
We can still be in her apartment if you want, or we can be somewhere else. And we're like opening the case and finding, okay, it's actually the orb. Like we can have the orb. So I'll just describe a detail.
Okay, I love it.
Yeah, so we can just be staring at the orb and we can have an argument about what we're going to do. And this is the first time we've seen it. And so I think it's really striking to the audience just how like tiny it is. You know, it's delicate like a music box. But it's circular and like gold accents on something pearl or ivory-ish. And yeah, it's just this little circle that seems like maybe it opens up or maybe it's a puzzle or something. It's just kind of this otherworldly thing. But it's polished to a shine and like it just catches the light and has this kind of iridescent, you know, like a pearl, like a giant pearl. That kind of iridescent shine to it.
I want to add in another detail. So they're both looking at this thing in the box. So she's going to hold it, the orb, because she wants to get a closer look. And when she picks it up, she really feels like it's like there's something like pulsating within it. I'm going to reach out and just so gingerly with both of my hands touch your hand, kind of like I'm making motions here which are not helpful to anyone, but like both of my hands just kind of under your hand, like cradling it almost, you know, because to him he's just like, this is such a delicate thing. And so yeah, his hands are just very, very, very delicately but supportively are on yours, and he's gonna say, well, Axel's not gonna want it with fingerprints all over it. Okay, I'm gonna roll. Ooh, a 12. She's going to slowly nod, but she's not going to take her eyes off of the orb, and she's also not going to let go of it.
I think the strangeness of that reaction, the way that you seem so mesmerized. And of course, once his hands are on yours, he can kind of feel that strange pulsation. Is that a word? Who cares?
Yeah.
And he's just like immediately kind of quiet, and he looks down, and so the two of you are kind of gazing together at your hands and at the orb, and he just very, very quietly, very under his breath, says, "What is this thing?"
Having him ask this, she really starts to think about it, and she just kind of shakes her head a little bit, and then she puts it back in the box and lets it go. Whose side do you think is going to be pro keeping it, and who do you think is going to be pro giving it up?
I think that's a good question. I think I'm the more desperate one, right? So I'm going to be like, we will just go together, right? And we'll bring it to him together. But you can be on the, no, why don't we keep it?
Yeah, I love that, especially since she's like the one who's wanting to be the boss herself. She's like, no, I'm going to use this.
Yeah, she's ambitious.
After she puts it back in the box, maybe she's going to unintentionally reveal something personal, and she's going to say, maybe Axel doesn't really need this thing. Okay, I'm going to roll for it. Oh, it's another 19.
Ooh, 3 19s.
That's 3.
Okay, our tower's teetering.
Oh.
He's kind of taken aback by that, and you can see him just kind of tilt his head as he looks at you. He slowly starts to understand what you mean, and he takes one step just closer to you, not quite touching, but so close. And he says, if you're thinking of keeping this, Sever, I don't know if I can be a part of that. It's too dangerous.
Okay, so she's going to look up at him as he says this, and then she's going to say, what, you don't trust me?
Looking into your beautiful eyes and just hearing that confidence, like that's really what does it. Is just the absolute, like, of course I'm going to do this. It's on you to trust it or not. That he kind of smirks and, he kind of laughs a little bit and says, I guess I don't want to make an enemy of 2 major players.
That's so cute. But we have to disagree.
All right. Let me make mine a little more complicated. Give you a little more resistance. But now I'm going to reveal something personal and say, listen, Sever, I'm not at the top of my game like you are. I just don't know if I can take that kind of risk. This was going to be my last job no matter what, win or lose. You might not want to make an enemy of Axel, but frankly, you might not want to make an ally of me.
Ooh. Oh.
It's a 17. Oh my God, we can't make ourselves make these characters argue.
I know, right?
It just keeps getting cuter.
They're so cute.
They're too cute.
Yeah. So maybe she'll be like, how do I say this without intentionally revealing something personal? Or unintentionally revealing something personal. I cannot reveal anything personal anymore, intentionally or unintentionally.
Well, what is it that you're having the urge to make your character do?
So I feel like at this point, she doesn't really care about pissing off Axel. She was looking for a way out too. She was looking for a way at the top, but now she's starting to feel like she needs an ally though. And if she's got to do this by herself, maybe she doesn't feel like that's viable. And maybe it also hurts her feelings that he doesn't want to join her.
Yeah. He's thinking like, oh, I don't know if I can do this. And maybe she's kind of taking that like, okay, then I guess you don't trust me, right? Or you don't have confidence in me. So yeah, you don't have to say much to just turn around and be like, well, you tell me to fuck off then. Sorry, I cussed.
No, it's okay. Yeah. So she's going to take this in the way that he doesn't want to join her. Maybe he doesn't trust her. Maybe he doesn't feel like they can do this together, and that hurts her pride. And she also thought they had something special, maybe. She's going to look a little shocked and hurt, and she is just going to withdraw a bit and maybe even turn away a little.
Oh, devastating. Oh. I think he sees that pulling away and that disappointment, and it brings up such shame in him. And he wants to push that down as much as he pushed down the blush and the embarrassment. And he just kind of clenches his hands and says, Sever, I'm not going to get myself killed just because you want to be boss around here.
Yeah. So this really bothers her. Because she feels like she could do it. And so she's going to snap back at him and she's going to say, Well, fine, whatever. I don't need you anyway.
So hurtful. Oh no, we made them be mean to each other. You know what? And he's going to go, well, then we're back to just being rivals. And he's going to grab the case with the orb in it.
She's gonna kick him.
Well, kicking.
That's a thing she can do without touching.
Yes. He's going to be genuinely surprised by that and kind of jump back. And you can see him looking around at the exits. Like he's got this thing, he's going to try to get out.
She's gonna feel real bad about kicking him. It was almost like an instinct.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to actually hurt him. Mm-hmm. What am I gonna do?
Not to push anything or whatever, but you do have your intentional touch left. You have not used it.
I was saving it.
I know, it's so loaded. But neither of us can kind of make any more big moves in this scene. So as the follow, you also have the power to just cut us, right, and move us to the next one. But you do have your intentional touch, and I just want you to know that it's there for your use as you prefer.
I have such an instinct to hoard it. And use it later.
Are you the person who ends the RPG with 99 ethers in your, and every one use item is just still there in your inventory?
Yep, and all of the gold. I don't spend it. Just hold all of it for forever. Because I'm gonna need it one day.
Do you want to wrap the scene here? Do you want to jump into that?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. And how do we end this scene? How do we close off? Do I escape? Or are we interrupted? Suddenly some, bad guys show up type of thing?
Yes.
Ooh,
yes.
Ooh, that's great. And then we're really unresolved. Yeah, we're interrupted.
Yep, they found us. And they kicked down the door.
Trying not to let you go. Just to watch you fade into the distance. I couldn't make you want to be mine, even if I tried for a lifetime and cast my soul to the other side. I could feel the sun setting over me, yeah. Could it be so wrong just to make believe that I could be the star lighting up?
Hey, it's Ben. From Roleplay Retcon. I'm usually on the podcast. And I'll be back next week because I've outrun the FCC, and Alex has just completed his delivery of jet skis to orphans without jet skis, which is a really niche charity, but one that was right up our alley. I'm riding the last jet ski right now, and it's gonna go to Jinsey, just because Jinsey's the kind of person who would never ask for a jet ski. But while I have you here, thanks for listening to the finale of our remake of Ballistic, Ecks vs. Sever, remade with Alex Roberts' Star-Crossed. In these episodes, I played some new online rules that will be included in a supplement called Star-Crossed Love Letters. It'll also have some other cool stuff like extra pre-made scenarios and characters and more art by the inimitable Jess Fink, who once liked a tweet of mine thanks to Alex Roberts. Love Letters is going to start crowdfunding in about a month, but you can go ahead and get signed up by going to bit.ly/SCLoveLetters. Please do that. Please. Also, thanks to Local Deluxe for letting us use his music. Some of the tracks feature my friend Sketch, who just launched his own actual play podcast called A Void in Reality. And it's really cool, and he worked really hard on it. I think there's 2 episodes out now. The other artists featured on the tracks heard in this series are Danica Dye, Larzi, and Dux. All of us are back next week with part 1 of our Halloween celebration, remaking Maximum Overdrive with Persephone Valentine from Dimension 20. And as always, there's the Roleplay Retcon Discord and Patreon. Patreon has bonus content, and Discord has bonus people. This episode was edited by me, Benjamin Gray, and Roleplay Retcon is part of the Nerdsmith Network. Alright, finish the break, and And there's land. I made it. Coming with your jet ski, Jinxie. What's that sound? Oh no! Oh no! It's the FCC! They found me! No! Ah!
Target eliminated.
I can feel the sun setting over me, yeah. Could it be so wrong just to make believe that I could be the star lighting up your neon sky?
So the next thing is a difficult choice.
Ooh, okay, so what's our difficult choice?
Well, I guess we have to decide what we're going to do with this orb, right?
Yeah.
So we've got two options, two obvious options here. We can keep the orb and be boss bitches together, or we can give the orb back to the guy together and both be praised for it and get to keep doing the thing that we've been doing and live happily ever after. Or one of us can give the orb back, or one of us can keep it, or we can both let the bad guys have the orb.
Oh.
And fake our own deaths. I don't know.
No, or we could the orb has to be destroyed. We were gonna give it some kind of supernatural power at some point whenever we got around to it.
Oh my gosh, what if the orb exploded now and murdered these bad guys and we were just oh my god, what the fuck are we gonna do with this orb?
Yeah, the orb has to reveal itself as evil, and then we have the difficult choice to either keep it for ourselves and use its power, whatever that power turns out to be, or give it back or destroy it.
Yes. This movie is so convoluted.
just like the film it's based on.
Oh no.
Things just new elements are just introduced for whatever reason as they become convenient. Okay, so what if the bad guys come in and we're fighting them, and we're back to back and kind of fighting them off.
Oh my god, yes.
And at some point I drop the orb case and it falls open. The orb hits the ground and something truly terrible happens. It has to be supernatural. It has to be ghosts. You know what I mean? Or it has to steal people's souls or something. It has to be worse than just a grenade.
Yeah, right? Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Maybe it's an orb that grants wishes.
Ooh.
Wow.
That's interesting.
It's okay. Are we okay with it being that cheesy? Because then I can just be God, I wish we could just I wish we could just get rid of these guys. And then and then the orb, and then I drop the orb, it falls out and it cracks on the floor. It opens up and all the guys literally disappear. Everyone we were just fighting.
Yes. All of that happens.
Great. That's the start of our scene.
Nice.
Great. And now we can make a difficult choice. So my move, describing my character's movements, is just looking around in shock and looking down at the orb and then looking at you.
I'm going to say that we see that the orb closes again. So it had some gold details on the outside, right?
Yeah.
Maybe some of them disappear also.
Oh, maybe there's a limited... Yes. That's so perfect. We can say that there were 3 or 4, 5 sort of gold bands around it, and one of them has disappeared. I'm going to use my intentional touch right now. He's kind of just in shock about what has happened, and he's going to turn to you and just kind of totally thoughtlessly put both of his hands on your shoulders and say, "Are you all right?"
Oh.
16.
Whew. 16. Okay. We're in danger with that 19.
I know, right?
Threat level midnight.
Okay, intentional touch. I've checked it off. So yeah, my hands are just so gently on your shoulders.
Yeah, she's going to look up at you And she is in total and utter shock. And she's going to say, yeah, I think so. Are you okay?
And he's going to wordlessly nod.
She's going to, I guess, step back and she's going to reach down and put it back in the box.
He does the wordless nod again and then kind of shakes himself and says, well, I guess we understand why Axel's gone through all this just to get this thing.
Oh my God, this is going to sound so cheesy.
Mm-hmm.
So she's going to brush past you and put the box on the table and look at it and say, no, I can't say it. It's so dumb.
Come on. I gave the one-liner at the restaurant.
That's true. It's so good. She's going to say, I think our decision just got a little more complicated. Oh, but that was an unintentional touch.
Oh, wait. How? I missed it.
She brushed past you to put it on the table.
Oh, nice. Cute.
I'm going to roll for it. Ooh, another 4.
Ooh, okay. So now we have, we have 2 numbers that are at threat level 3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, I'm so nervous. We've got 2 more scenes. We can do this.
I want him to reveal something personal, but maybe he's just going to kind of walk up beside you. So you're both looking down at this thing. And I think he kind of like gets what you're saying, you know? And he was like, I guess this is the kind of thing that like you destroy, you know?
And so she's going to say, well, we definitely can't give it to Axel.
And he's going to shake his head and just like kind of as if to shake that thought away and then say, I wouldn't give it to anybody. Oh my God. What if I intentionally reveal? Does this count? Does this count if I'm like, I mean, I don't want to have it myself. Listen, I've wished for some things that were pretty stupid. I don't know if that's obvious enough. I want to get at the fact that like he wanted you when he shouldn't.
Ooh. I gotta say, they're wearing nice shoes.
Yeah, I think for it to be intentional, he has to be more like direct with it, maybe.
Oh, yeah, it's too much. It's too much. I can't. That would be acting on our feelings. You know what I mean? Making our feelings.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Okay, I'll hold on to it. But yeah, he's just gonna say like, I don't want anyone to have it. Honestly, least of all me.
She is going to unintentionally reveal something personal by not responding to this. Because she is not going to agree with him.
Incredible. Your move is complete silence.
Yes.
Pro level. Roll it.
5.
Okay, we have 2 5s. He's just gonna kind of look at you. And then like kind of move in front of you so that the 2 of you are eye to eye. Like he's really like dead serious look on his face. And he was like, it's not funny, Sever. This thing is messed up. We need to make sure nobody has this.
Yeah, she's going to look up at him and take her eyes off of the box. And she can tell that he's really serious about this, but she feels really conflicted. And she's going to say, how can you tell it's no good?
And he's putting his hands on both sides of his face, and he's just like, that's... I mean, I don't want to get into a philosophical, moral argument, but I don't want anyone to do what I just did. I'm going to intentionally reveal something personal, and he's going to say, look, I know those guys were just hired goons or whatever, but I'm going to feel bad about that for the rest of my life.
Oh.
Okay, rolling. A 6.
Do we have any of those?
No, that's our first 6. We're safe.
Yeah, she's going to think about that. Yeah, she's going to say, well, how would we even destroy it? What would happen?
I don't know. Maybe we just need to, like, leave it at the bottom of the ocean or something, or, I don't know, put it somewhere no one can find it?
Yeah, she likes that idea.
And he kind of breaks the tension with some laughter and says, I don't know, I don't normally do this kind of national treasure shit.
Oh, that's cute. She looks up and smiles. So we have made the difficult choice.
We're going to go throw this thing into the fires of Mount Doom.
Yep.
It's funny because everyone else is laughing.
You're a supernova. You're a supernova in the sky. You're lighting up the upper, reaching every corner of my mind. You're a supernova. You're a supernova in the sky.
So our last scene, we've made it, very few games make it this far. We've made it to scene 8. Parting ways, perhaps forever.
No.
Yeah, so I feel like the climax of this movie is surely us being chased by bad guys, and then we lose it, but then we get it back, and then we make the trek to wherever whatever cliff we're gonna throw it off, or bottom of the ocean we're gonna throw it to.
Yes, and Axel is there.
Oh no, they've got a gun.
Maybe he's heard about our plan from his goons.
Yes, the ones that were not exploded.
Yeah.
So yeah, what's our climactic scene? I kind of like how we've just been doing some scenes of this action movie, and then just and then this happens. But we're we're not telling the entire story. We're just telling the good parts. So yeah, we can do like the big climactic action piece, or we can do like the quiet moment after that, or like a quiet moment in the middle of it, or like anything.
Maybe this can be after the climactic part.
Ooh, yeah. Okay, great. We can literally just start from like, we have thrown it, like we've gotten rid of it, and like, obviously the Axel tried to catch it. Wait, does that happen in Lord of the Rings?
Not really. Because he just like bites his finger off and then he dances around and then he falls in.
Weird.
Yeah, right?
That's very odd. I haven't really seen those movies in a long time. No, also I like that our early 2000s action movie is ripping off Lord of the Rings instead of ripping off The Matrix.
There we go.
Those are the two things you could do. So yeah, we could just be like in this moment after it's been destroyed, right? And we'll say that we threw it into like a big factory, like an iron smelting something or other, right?
Ooh, yeah.
And we've taken care of Axel once and for all. And we're just in that moment of kind of coming down from that. And obviously, my character is just going to start like, it's just, breathing. And he wipes some of the grime off his face and he says, "It's over."
Yes, so she is going to unintentionally reveal something personal. She's just watched all of this go down. And she turns toward you and she says, "It doesn't all have to be over."
Oh my God, roll it.
Okay. Oh no, it's a 4!
Oh my God! Ah!
Oh my God! What happened?
Okay, the tower falls. Now we act on our feelings. We will figure out the consequences of that after. We'll add up our points and look at the epilogue chart and whatever. Literally, my next turn was going to be using my intentional touch for the scene to like he looks at your face and you're looking at him and somehow he's reminded of that night at the restaurant and how beautiful you looked and how it took him by surprise. And I think what really like surprises him in this moment is that, here covered in grime and all scratched up from battle, you look even more beautiful. And he reaches out to just kind of gently stroke your face, to just wipe a little something from the side of your face, maybe. And I think maybe he says that out loud. He says, "God, you've never been more beautiful."
He
So they kiss? They kiss, right?
Yeah, they kiss. They totally kiss.
They did a kiss.
Yeah, she's going to use her intentional touch.
Yeah. Finally, yeah. It's a post-credit scene when she uses her intentional touch. Okay, amazing. Okay, so they have this beautiful climactic kiss, all sweaty and messy after their climactic action scene at the smelting plant or whatever. So based on how many points you have, you get kind of a different kind of like the scene cards. You get a little like sentence that describes your epilogue, and we'll just tell an epilogue together. No moves or anything. We just say whatever we feel we need to say about these characters to feel like we're done with their story. Yo, this sheet actually is amazing. This character keeper sheet actually calculates our points for us and then gives us the outcome. Like it pulls it from the list. It has added up, and obviously we have more than 20 points on the board because our epilogue title is Your Mind is Overruled by the Frantic Beating of Your Heart. Damn the world. From now on, you only need each other.
Oh my God, yes! This is the best ending!
Absolutely. Oh my gosh. Okay, so like post-climactic, beautiful camera pulls away, revealing everything around us as we smooch. Like, what do you think happens with these characters? Like, obviously she becomes the new crime boss, but we do cool crimes. And he is gaining confidence in himself, and he can be kind of her right-hand man.
Yes, for the coolest crimes.
Yeah, like really cool stuff. Like stealing jet skis.
Like stealing jet skis. It's all coming back.
It all ties together.
There's a cave with a typewriter.
Yeah, I don't know. Is there anything else we need to say about these characters?
No, I don't. I think that's really nice. I like that. So I like just the image of them. Oh my gosh, what if it did come back around again? Like we see like a montage or like a years later or whatever, and yeah, she's become this big crime boss, and he's become her right-hand man, and then we know they're still super madly in love, and she puts on her little black dress, and he puts on his nice suit, and they go out to dinner together.
Oh my God, that's so adorable. Oh my God.
It's so adorable.
Wait. Can we set it up for a sequel? I want them to be at this other really nice fancy restaurant, and they look over, and there's like two shady looking characters, and one is handing the other one like this like bracelet that is made of the same pearlescent material and has like the same gold filigree on it as the orb did. And then we just look at each other. We know what to do.
Nice. I love it. Oh my God, this is amazing.
Wow, thank you so much for playing this with me. This was so fun.
Oh my gosh, it was so fun. Thank you. Wow. Okay, so this was your first time playtesting this, right?
Yes, this is my first time playing the game online and using this tool that Garrett Reininghaus and Dana Fried put together. And as you can see, it rules, and it's very cool.
It does rule.
Yeah, I'm really happy with it.
Listen, audience, you can't see this, but I'm telling you, it rules so hard. Like, we have used a lot of character sheets and even lots of interactive ones on the show. But as far as interactive sheets go, this is by far the best I've ever used. I didn't even know they could be this great.
I mean, the fact that it calculated our epilogue for us, like, come on, that's pretty good.
And when I clicked the little button with the 4, this giant big red collapse popped up on the screen. It has so exciting. It has the same energy as like access denied, like popping up on the screen in a bad movie. Yes. Yes.
God.
Super cool.
Yeah, wow. Well, so thank you so much for playing with me. I'm glad this worked out so well. We told such a fun story that was very silly, but so much more coherent than the film upon which it is based. And they kissed, so ours is better.
We did it. Good job. Yes, thank you so much for coming on the show again.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
And for letting me play this with you. So much fun. Always a delight to have you. And yeah, I didn't see the original one. I did read the synopsis and I watched the trailer. But from what I can tell, even adding in supernatural elements to this, still better.
Yes, definitely.
We did it. Can you tell the listeners one more time where they can find you and your things?
Yes, absolutely. So you can follow me on Instagram at Hello Alex Roberts. You can check out my Patreon, patreon.com/Hello Alex Roberts. I put public posts up there too. Like, you can support me if you want, but that's also just a good way to keep track of the stuff I'm doing, such as the Starcrossed supplement that will be up very soon. So yeah, go subscribe to Bully Pulpit Games newsletter, subscribe to my newsletter, helloalexroberts.card.co, and yeah, keep in touch. Tell me how much you enjoyed this episode, because I enjoyed it a lot.
Can we pretend that I will dance again? Kiss me goodbye, butterfly, 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 I held a butterfly in my head, she kept me warm. But as we danced and danced, my fingers slipped and we bled on.
At last, I have reached the tallest peak in all the world, where the wisest person lives. Finally, I'll get the answers I seek.
Welcome. I am the wisest person in the world. Ask me your question.
What is my purpose in life? What should I be doing to achieve pure happiness?
You must stream Game Master Monday.
Come again.
Game Master Monday, the bi-weekly podcast that plays a new one-shot in a new system in a new setting with a new cast every episode. Listening to their funny jokes and wild stories is the only path to happiness, my child.
Sick. I'm going to go home and binge the whole thing right now.
What a nice kid. Oh dear, he fell off the mountain. Now they'll never know how good Game Master Monday is.